Hey guys, Joe here. A little impromptu video here today. I have to work on my lighting if I can start doing some content again here. This is first time in quite a long time since I've sat at this desk and looked in this camera and spoken into a microphone here. A little bit to get to here. I'm going to get into more details on an upcoming piece of content I'm going to be doing with Mr. Carl Carefell over at Turnbuckle Studios. Make sure and check that out. I will include a link to that, hopefully in this at some point. Um, Everybody will likely know me from the time that I've spent doing a show called Turnbuckle Talk. I started doing content a long time ago, started doing gaming content on YouTube with a good friend of mine. And then that evolved into doing online radio, which was an educational experience as well. And then that evolved into doing podcasts with a lifelong friend of 30 plus years, Mr. Carl Carefeld. We originally started doing wrestling, technology, and paranormal talk, and then we kind of focused more on wrestling for a good long time. And then things change for myself, professional life, and just life in general kind of changed, and jobs and things like that take priority, and that's what I had to end up doing. And I know that disappointed a lot of people because I spent years and years doing professional wrestling content, and the experience was very good for the most part, and I enjoyed bringing content to a lot of you for many years. But there were certain experiences that I had that had led me to go away from that world, professional wrestling. I, contrary to popular belief, because I know there are a lot that out there that think this, that I hate professional wrestling. I do not hate professional wrestling. I still have a love and a passion for professional wrestling. My main issue is with the fan base of professional wrestling and how professional wrestling is handled on social media on many different levels. People have lost the ability to agree to disagree. Because two people have a differing viewpoint does not mean that one person is necessarily right or wrong over each other. Different people think different ways. And I have always spoken my mind when it comes to not only professional wrestling, but things in general. Let's just say always. For uh, the most recent part of my life, I've become a very honest and very straightforward kind of person. And I know that that is an approach that not a lot of people appreciate or understand or handle very easily. I bring a level of honesty that makes a lot of people uncomfortable on a lot of different topics, talk professional wrestling or just life in general. Over the last good number of years, at least 10 plus years, due to certain life changes, I definitely have become a different person. I'm a person who went from being a very timid, very kind of shy person to somebody who is brutally honest at many points when it comes to things. And again, I know that that's an approach that not a lot of people appreciate or can handle. And and the flip side too, I know there's a lot of people that do appreciate that level of honesty, and that's what I always try to bring to anything that I do, whether it comes to podcasting, whether it comes to my professional life. I'm a very honest person, and what you see is what you get. So that's why I am making a decision to come back to creating content. But it is not going to be involving professional wrestling. I am no longer be doing anything when it comes to professional wrestling. Like I said, I still like professional wrestling. I still watch it to a certain extent. I will always watch what my friend, my brother, Mr. Carroll does over at Turnbuckle Studios. Make sure and go and check out his channel. I will include a link to their channel on this video. I will definitely make sure and do that. But as for myself, it's something I can't do anymore. And for the reasons that I kind of stated before, it's just something that's not very healthy for myself, especially with the fan base and how it is on social media. I can't do that anymore. I got shifting my focus to another one of my great passions, For just about as long as I've been passionate about professional wrestling, I've been passionate about technology. It's what I do in my day job. And specifically, and I mean, I have other hobbies. As you can see behind me, I am a bit of a collector. I actually forgot to turn on my on-air sign for this video. I'll make sure and do that for the next time. As you can see, I've developed a lot of other hobbies over the years. You see over my shoulder here, I have some Magic the Gathering content. I'm a big Magic the Gathering fan, especially now that COVID is a thing of the past. I have really, really gotten into it in the gathering part of Magic the Gathering is something I'm particularly fond of because it's friends coming together to gather to play a card game that is super entertaining to play and it's so social and whatnot. If it's something that even remotely interests you, please give Magic the Gathering a try. You will not be disappointed. As you can see, to get used to pointing at things here. As you can see, I'm a bit of a movie and a TV show buff as well. Lots of that kind of stuff. Some comic books, pop figurines, some D&D stuff up there. Yeah, there's even a Pikachu and a Despicable Me minion over right there. So yeah, that's what this channel is going to be about. And what it was about, I started it not well, quite a while ago. I believe some of the only videos on this channel up at this point was something that really cool that I got to do. Were wrestling and technology kind of intermingled there. I got to do a video with Mr. Stevie Richards talking about Apple content. I'm hoping that I can do some of that again on here. I will definitely reach out to Stevie. He said that he's always been game to do stuff with me, so I will get back in touch with him. I think especially around when there's the Apple conferences, the keynotes, I'll reach out to Stevie and see if we can get together and talk about the new Apple products coming up because that is coming up very soon. I believe in October or November there's going to be some new Apple stuff coming down the pipe, and guaranteed we're going to be covering that on the channel in some way, whether it's myself and Mr. Stevie Richards. Maybe I could even reach out to Mr. Michael Jargo and see if I can get him to do some of the stuff with me. Along with myself, a lot of people I know are into technology as well. Another shout out that I want to give to Mr. Gunstar Hero, my good friend Mike, who runs a channel called The Collecting Confident. That is also a channel that I will link in the description for you guys. Go and check out. He has been doing some game reviews as of late, especially some limited run stuff, some rare games out there. He's a collector and he's somebody that's super knowledgeable and has been following the video games industry for many, many years. I will, like I said, include a link to his channel on there as well. Something that you definitely need to check out as well. He does some amazing content over there. And that's what I want to do again, is bring some amazing content to you guys when it comes to the world of technology. I'm really looking forward to doing this again. And this is just kind of an intro video to kind of explain where I'm coming from and where I plan to go with this going forward. The hashtag HTM Tech is the name of the channel. I'm hoping I can keep the same. I've reached out to Mr. Michael Jargo because it used to be part of the HTM podcast network, which is no longer really with us anymore. But I'm hoping to kind of keep that name because it did stick, and it'd be kind of easier, honestly, just to keep the name the same. And it's a name that people seem to like, hashtag HTM Tech. So I'm hoping that I can stick with it. If I have to change it, I will definitely let you guys know. As for my moniker, I've been known by many names over the years, just Joe, Big Joe, Mighty Joe. None of that is anymore. You can just call me Joe, or you can call me Joe the Tech Guy. That's what I'm going to be going forward. Talking about technology, another one of my big passions. I'm really looking forward to doing this. When it comes to how often the content will come out, I'm going to aim for one episode a week. To start off here, I might do this one, and then I might do another one very shortly after to get a little bit of content out there for you guys. What I'm going to shoot for every week or possibly bi-weekly, just depending on my work schedule and the things that are going on. If it's maybe a bit of a slow week in technology, you might not see as much on the channel, but one video a week is what I'm aiming for. And yeah, just looking forward to having a chance to have a bit of a creative outlet. It's been probably a little over a year since I've really kind of sat down in front of a camera or a microphone to do some content. I've been some guests on some other things. Another one that I want to make a mention to as well. A good friend of mine, Mr. Matthew Shaffer Gage, MSG, who runs the Suck My Balls South Park podcast, which I have been a guest on. Me being the Canadian of the group, I get to be on occasionally. I need to get back on there very, very soon as well. We also do the South Park Facebook fan page there as well. We actually own and moderate the biggest South Park fan page on Facebook, which is really, really cool. I will try to include a link for that channel and that page as well in the description for this video. So again, I just want to get back into doing things again. I did include some shouts to some of my friends because without a lot of them and a lot of their support and everything over the years, I might not still be doing this. So um, it's good to be back, and I'm really looking forward to bringing more stuff to you guys here. So before I kind of get too mushy and sappy here with you guys here, I will leave it for now. And what the next video is going to be about, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to look through some of the news and kind of some of the goings on in technology and see what I can dig up, and then we'll talk about it on this show. All right. Thanks for being here, guys, and I will see you on the next one.